As a business person, there is one skill we must have. It's called sales. We have to be a salesperson. You have to know how to sell something, because if you don't, then you're going to struggle. Because you need to sell, you need to generate enough money to run your business on a continuous manner. And in order to become the right salesperson, there's some things you need to take care of. You need to think about how you understand people, how you look at basic human psychology. And what do I mean by psychology? Psychology is the way people act. And you need to learn how to see and understand what people are thinking and what they are feeling. And also to see what motivates them. What motivates people to buy from you. And try to offer exactly what they are looking for. Because if you focus on something which doesn't motivate them, doesn't add value to the sale, you will not sell. They will go somewhere else. Then you need to think about listening skills. Because you need to listen and absorb information so that you can offer the right things to the customer. And if the customer is looking for apples, you do not offer them oranges. Because they are not looking for oranges. You may think that oranges are better, but it's not important to them. They think apples are what is required. So that's why you have to listen and then offer exactly what they want. And also, people will feel good when they are being heard and understood. That's what you need to keep in mind. Because the moment the customer realizes that you are not listening to them and you're trying to sell them something, that's when they will not trust you. Because they will look at you as somebody who will just try to rip them off. And that's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to add value to the customer. You're trying to make them feel good about the purchase that they just made. And you only do this if you make them feel that they have been heard and they have been understood. Also, you need to become better at filtering your prospects, because you will have people who show interest. Some of them are just asking and leaving. Some of them are very interested, but they have one problem that you need to solve. Some of them might be interested if you convince them. So you need to try to filter people into different customer groups and only focus your efforts on the ones who are really, really interested. Because that's where you will make a sale. And not waste your time with people who are just wasting your time. Because they are asking you and coming up with different things, but at the end you know this person is not going to buy. Sometimes your prejudgment might be wrong, that's fine, but too many times it will be right, because you will get better and better all the time, but by looking at people and by looking at them and understanding based on the questions that they ask, based on the approach that they have, whether they are willing or not to buy from you. Also, you need to think about how you can position yourself strategically. And you need to position yourself strategically to make it easier for customers to buy from you. And not let the competitors be more strategic than you. And how you do this depends from the type of business you have. Also, you need to think about what is your unique selling proposition. Unique selling proposition is basically what is the reason that customers are buying from you instead of your competitor. And there must be one reason. You have to create this reason. And you have to make people feel that reason so that they continue to show up and buy from you. It has to be something special. It has to be something that they value. And it has to be something which is also very consistent, and they get it all the time, every time they buy from you. Additionally, you need to show that you can talk in dollars and cents, because customers need to know immediately how much money they are going to spend. And you cannot just continue talking about value, about characteristics of a product or service, the benefits and everything without mentioning money. Because people will immediately compare it to money. And money is very important, because based on money, people decide whether they have enough money to spend on what you're selling or not, and also whether it's worth it for them to make this purchase now. Then you need to practice your art of pitching, the way you present or you show your product or service. That's very important, because you have a limited number of seconds. You don't have minutes, you don't have hours. You only have short period of time when you have the attention of the customer. And if in this period you convince them, they will continue. If you don't, you will lose them forever because they will move on and go into something else. And today, the attention span of people is lowering. People can listen to you for 10, 15 seconds and then they switch off. That's why Instagram created stories which are 15 seconds long. They know something. They have done the research. Also, you need to keep this in mind. 15 seconds is the maximum you have in order to make your pitch and in order to get the attention of your customer. So practice your sales skills so that you can become a better salesperson, and the more you sell, the better your business will do.